now it's time for call to the public. So if there's anyone choosing to speak, we're limiting to 3 minutes per speaker. Does anyone have anything to say before we start? Okay, so now onto the agenda items. I was looking for a motion to approve the chair's appointment of John Ryan to the Community Corrections Advisory Board.
So moved.
Support.
Right, thank you. And discussion?
So just very briefly, there are statutory positions on this. The position that John Ryan is applying for is opened up by rearranging some of the positions because Matt McCone was on this in another capacity, but he has now become a judge. So he slides over into a different seat, creating an opening. And Mr. Ryan was often the only public in our public meeting for the Community Corrections Advisory Board and had requested to join the board, and the Community Corrections Advisory Board voted on it as a recommendation to the board chair, and the board chair wishes to confirm it with your approval.
Can I have a roll call on the approval of the item, or
Just all in favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Okay, so item B, can I get a motion to approve the purchase of the 3 patrol vehicles in a total amount not to exceed $192,787.
So moved.
Support.
That's great. Discussion?
Yes, so the sheriff replaces vehicles as part of a rotation. So this particular year, they're up to replace 3. The budget could not support the replacement of 3 from the general fund itself. So after some negotiation with Greg Berger and Cindy, because we met with them as part of our budget meetings, it was determined that they would take they would purchase 1 car from the general fund, 1 car with SRP funds, which is a grant from the state for road safety that we receive, and then 1 from a reserve fund where they have money from the sale of equipment. And so then that gives them the 3 vehicles that they need for this year without impact to the general fund budget for all 3 of them.
Does anyone have any questions?
Well, I had a few comments. I have a list here of the majority of our vehicles. 9 of our vehicles exceed 100,000 miles. Several of them. We have car 33, a 2014 Chevrolet Tahoe with 174,000 miles. We have a 2016 Ford Explorer with 766,000 miles. We've got another Ford Explorer with 151,000 miles. So we've got probably 50% of our fleet very high miles, which, as we know, causes dependability issues, creates maintenance and repairs that continually add up and keep those cars off the road. So
those 3 they're replacing, you know.
Yes, they're the highest miles ones that will be the ones that go first.
Am I recalling correctly, they weren't real satisfied with the Ford and they're buying something else now?
yes.
Okay.
Chevy Tahoe.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, and that will, even with those 3, that will still leave about 6 other vehicles at well over 100,000 miles. So
Yes, 2 Chevy Tahoes and 1 Chevy crew cab.
So, any other questions, concerns? So all those in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Do I have a motion to, item C, motion to approve the replacement of the 911 UPS system?
So moved.
Support.
Discussion on
A couple of quick things. So number 1, this comes from the 911 funds, not the general fund, which is part of the levy that you receive on your cell phone. It goes to support 911 operations. And this is a universal power supply backup system that kicks in to make sure there's uninterrupted supply when the power goes on down until the generator kicks on and then it kicks off, or to continue to run the equipment without power. Beyond that, I do want to introduce Angie Norling to everyone. She's the 911 director for our 2 new commissioners. Angie, would you like to add anything further?
You explained it perfectly, and that's pretty much what it's for. We recycle, so if something does happen, we've got that battery backup in place, so. It's 22 batteries, that includes installation and they're removable, and they'll recycle them and all that.
Is there a large cost to that, the recycling, I mean, to get new batteries for, it's probably minimal, right?
It's a total cost of about $15,600.
Yeah, it's this, I don't know if this was passed out to you or not, but it's this large unit back in our server room, and each one of these is a battery that's about this long that slides into the tray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if they're NiCad or lithium ion batteries that they're replacing them with?
That I'm not sure on the specs of them.
The NiCad batteries are generally a 6 cat, like a regular electrolyte battery, 6 to 8 years, where the lithium ion, you can charge them, recharge them, charge them, recharge them, 10 years plus.
That I'm not sure.
We can definitely find out which one they are.
Yeah, I could definitely ask and bring that back with me.
I see the cooling fans, so that's why they might be lithium due to those cooling fans.
Could be. I'll definitely find out and let you know tomorrow.
Just send me an email.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Approved, all right, we're moving to the second call to the public. Anyone here have anything to comment on the agenda items at all? Julie, or do you have anything?
Layton, anything?
Maybe, yeah, Layton, anything to say? Okay, then the Shiawassee County Public Safety and Courts